Alright fans, welcome back to the second half of RWL Rage in Fort Worth, Texas. Don Hickson, Aaron Schimmelman, and Christy Ogilvie here with you for the second half. We've got some great matchups lined up, including a main event involving the RWL United States Championship.
And we're rekindling a WCW feud. We'll see Lex Luger going up against Booker T. First time in 25 years. Ought to be good.
Alright, well, we're beginning the second half with tag team competition with Wild Fortune, Chris Wilde and Jeff Fortune set to go up against the Insiders, Big Jake Blackwell and Stefan Von Berger, guided by Sylvia Strong.
Oh, you mean the international champion, the man of the people, Big Jake Blackwell? And the German technician, Stefan Von Berger, the Rage television champion? Those guys? Yeah, I know those guys.
This next tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle, at a combined weight of 432 pounds, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Chris Wilde, and from Loch Lomond, Virginia, Jeff Fortune, Wild Fortune.
You gotta love Chris and Jeff. They're not letting the loss of the Rage tag titles to Wilcox and Hollywood get them down. No, they are right back in the saddle, right back in the hunt for another tag team title run, and a win over these two single champs, Blackwell and Von Berger, would damn sure elevate their stock.
Their opponents, led to the ring by Sylvia Strong, at a combined weight of 545 pounds, they are, from New York City, the RWL International Champion, Big Jake Blackwell, and from Heidelberg, Germany, the Rage Television Champion, Stefan Von Berger, the Insiders.
Well, while they're still waiting to crack the code on some tag team gold, they're not doing bad as far as single championships go. Blackwell with the international belt, Von Berger with the Rage television title, and Sylvia Strong, proud as hell of both of them. Well, to be honest, if you're looking at it objectively, Wild Fortune, they could outsmart these two. But we're talking about champions here. I don't know. It's a tough call.
Well, Wild Fortune, extremely tough, extremely resilient, and extremely resourceful. They could run circles around the Insiders, but the Insiders definitely competing at the championship level.
I'm favoring Jake and Von Berger this time.
Chris Wilde and Jeff Fortune in a rip of a hurry to get back in the tag team hunt. Jeff Fortune starting off this tag team match against the man of the people, Big Jake Blackwell. Willie Johnson sounds the bell. Here we go. Jack Blow, man, Big Jake Blackwell with a whoopsie. Almost caught the referee with a DDT right there. Blackwell rounds up Jeff Fortune. Chicken wing suplex. And down goes Jeff Fortune. Big Jake Blackwell off retaining the International Championship recently. Headbutt. Down goes Big Jake Blackwell. Blackwell back on his feet. Dragon Screw takes down Jeff Fortune. Whoa! Jeff Fortune goes for the spear, nearly goes through your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this right here. Whoa! Nice arm drag counter from Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune and Chris Wilde certainly no slouches when it comes to tag team competition at the championship caliber. Chris Wilde being tagged in here. Blackwell takes him down with a leap. Big Jake Blackwell, an agile man for his size. Big Jake Blackwell with an arm breaker on Chris Wilde. Turns it into an armbar. Big Jake Blackwell parlaying those moves. Very professional. Big Jake Blackwell rounds up Chris Wilde. Here we go into a crossface submission, but Jeff Fortune there to break up the submission. Blackwell going for the pin again. 1, 2, and a near fall. As near as you can get. Blackwell really working on the arm of Chris Wilde. Blackwell takes himself out of the equation. Here comes the German technician Stefan Von Berger, the Rage television champion. Von Berger with a spear takes down Chris Wilde almost immediately. Here we go. 1, 2, and another near fall for the Insiders. Chris Wilde. Whoa, what a shot from Von Berger. Jeff Fortune quickly coming in on the hot tag. Locks up Von Berger. He's got Von Berger all the way up. Whoa! Slams him face down. Jeff Fortune goes to work on the arms, but oh, here we go. Von Berger back on his feet. Delivers a withering series of blows and takes Jeff Fortune down to the mat. A series of hard lefts across the face of Jeff Fortune. Stefan Von Berger really beginning to impose his will on Jeff Fortune here. And so far it has been mostly all the insiders. Von Berger going to work on Jeff Fortune, drives knees into the back of Fortune. Rounds him up, he's going to do it again. Stefan Von Berger taking his time slowly, and I mean slowly, wearing down Jeff Fortune. And Chris Wilde able to do nothing but look on as Stefan Von Berger continues to dissect Jeff Fortune piece by piece, section by section, working on both arms. Stefan Von Berger, definitely a masterful technician. And again, driving knees into the back of Jeff Fortune. Followed it up with a stomp, a kick that barely failed to connect. Jeff Fortune powering out, getting back on his feet. Rounds up the German technician, locks him up. Escorts him to the Wild Fortune corner. Here comes Chris Wilde. And here comes a double team from Wild Fortune. Von Berger going for the ride, man, face first, right into the canvas. As Chris Wilde continues to work on the limbs of the German technician. Rolling elbow across the chest of Stefan Von Berger. Chris Wilde making his way all the way up to the top rope. This former Memphis Millionaire poised on, well, there we go. Jake Blackwell says, no, I'd rather you didn't do that. Kick to the midsection. A series of rights and lefts from Chris Wilde. A headbutt takes down Stefan Von Berger as Jeff Fortune comes in. Now the legal man in the matchup. Von Berger back on his feet, but Chris Wilde right there, Russian leg sweep. Takes down Von Berger again. Von Berger slams Jeff Fortune face down into the canvas. Von Berger with a kick, a punch, a couple of shots, and some knees to the midsection for Jeff Fortune. Down he goes. Got him by the wrist, knee to the face of Jeff Fortune. And here comes Big Jake Blackwell, the RWL International Champion, continuing up, picking right up where his partner left off. And look at this, Fisherman's, nicely executed by Big Jake Blackwell. Blackwell takes himself all the way up topside here. Jeff Fortune making his way to a standing position. And whoa, look at this, Chris Wilde paying him back. Blackwell foiled by Chris Wilde. Jeff Fortune taking advantage of the distraction here. He's got him all the way up, slams him face first right down to the mat again. Jeff Fortune gathers him. Whoa, savage super kick right there. As Chris Wilde is tagged in. Blackwell speared by Chris Wilde, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and a near fall for Wild Fortune. They're first in the matchup. As Chris Wilde continues to work on the limbs of Big Jake Blackwell. A series of savage kicks to the back as Jeff Fortune is tagged in yet again. Both teams tagging most efficiently. Jeff Fortune warming it up here. He's warming up the bus, and here we go. Running spear takes whoa, Blackwell foils the spear. Amazing. Wow. And goes right to work on the arms of Jeff Fortune again. Look at this. Staring daggers at Chris Wilde. Wonder what that's about. But anyway, here comes Stefan Von Berger. And Jeff Fortune has been motionless. And once again, here we go. Stefan Von Berger, look at this. They're just playing tagsies. Man, double shot to the midsection. Blackwell with Jeff Fortune in the cradle position, turnbuckle to the back and spun out center ring. And again another tag to Stefan Von Berger. Here comes Chris Wilde. Von Berger charges, running kick takes down Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde quickly countering a couple of sharp lefts to the face of Stefan Von Berger. Chris Wilde with a stomp to the abdomen. And Chris Wilde finally assuming some serious control here. Wait a minute, Stefan Von Berger taking that control right away from Chris Wilde. A series of shots. And every time Chris Wilde tries to foil it, it's no good. It just doesn't seem to work. And here we go. Stefan Von Berger with that withering series of shots. Sylvia Strong just admiring the whole show here. While Big Jake Blackwell assumes control of the match. Whoa! An arm breaker. And back into the arm bar for Chris Wilde. Big Jake Blackwell really leaning into it. Gets back up on his feet, releasing the hold. Blackwell goes all the way to the higher end district. Elbow drop across the chest of Chris Wilde. Cover. 1, 2. And yet another near fall in this matchup. Wild Fortune, as tough as they come, refusing to give up the ship in this one. Blackwell with a stunner to Chris Wilde, and Chris Wilde is laid out, but good. Hard stomp across the chest. And again, Big Jake Blackwell going for the crossface. But Jeff Fortune, right there to spoil it. Debating whether or not to go after Stefan Von Berger, an unwise decision. Blackwell gonna make him pay a kick to the midsection. Sets him all the way up. Power bomb. Jeff Fortune down he goes. Both members of Wild Fortune laid out. Blackwell going back to work on the cover. 1, 2, 3 on the insider. Defeating Wild Fortune by pinfall in a potboiler.
The time was 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Your winners, the Insiders.
Blackwell and Von Berger battling back against Wild Fortune in what certainly turned out to be, as I said previously, a potboiler of a matchup. Sylvia Strong certainly pleased as punch with the Insiders' performance this evening.
I mean, you've seen it yourself, guys. Near fall after near fall. Neither of these two teams wanted to give up, especially Wild Fortune. They fought like tigers. But in the end, it was the Insiders that wind up getting the dupe.